Mellow George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. I hope y'all enjoyed your 4th of July weekend. I mean, it's already a full week into July, and time is rolling by. It's just, it seems like, it took, like, when I was coming up as a kid, it took forever for the holidays to come through, and summer seemed like it was, it took a long time, but now we're already in the 7th month of 2023. I mean, it is flying. So anyway, folks, this is going to be my first interview for this week. And I saw this lovely lady while I was on YouTube. I saw a video she was doing. And I said, you know what? She looks like she has a lot of promise and potential. That's why, as a content maker, I like to reach out to even the superstars and even these young competitors that are coming up. This is what fuels bodybuilding, because this next generation is coming to sport. We have here the lovely NPC competitor, Miss Hannah Steeby. If I got her name right, you can tell me yes or no. All right, I appreciate that. And we are, going to ask her some questions, talk about her plans in the future and what got her to the sport of bodybuilding. So, young miss, please share with us what got you in sports of what we call muscle and masculinity. Please share.
Well, first and foremost, I have been a college athlete. That being retired, I needed to find something that was competitive because it's just in my nature to be competitive. So I started off with ugly CrossFit, fortunately. It just not go well for me. It hurt my body more than anything. And so I had a strength and conditioning coach open up this bodybuilding world to me. I just fell in love with it ultimately back in 2017. And I've just been training and training. And finally, after the 7th year of training, I decided to not be a baby and be scared age and compete at the Omaha Pro. So guess what got me into this sport was the fact that it was every day to show up for. It wasn't somebody else making me go to the gym. It wasn't any outside world factor making me go to that. Just me. Wait.
Yeah, that's good. Like I understand because I played sports in high school, and then after you get out of that, it's that camaraderie and that team togetherness you have, that gets you to get it and go to the gym and to work out, to move, and this and that. But then when you get out into the real world, you gotta realize that I can't do what I like to do. I can't go out and work out every day, and I can't do this. I gotta have a job, and and you have a career. And please, what's your career? What do you do for a living?
I work at a hospital here in Kansas City.
Wait a minute. Say it again, because I think we have an issue. I think going. I can't. We're having a problem. I think you're going in and out. Can you say it again?
I work at a hospital in Kansas City, Missouri.
Uh-huh.
I'm a cardiovascular physiologist.
Okay, and it's working with the heart, and how long have you been working in this in the hospital?
A little short of 2 years.
Yeah, and do you like what you do? Do you enjoy your job?
Love it. I love the people I work with. I love the patients.
It's good that you find something you love, because sometimes most people work a job, and there's a difference between a job and career. And a job just pays the bill. A career is something you can find, you enjoy, you like doing it. It gives you a reason and a purpose. We got some people that's come in. We got my man here, J Warrior 1000. He says, says greetings, Hannah and George. Yeah, thank you, Jay. Also, we have here. He says, by the way, Hannah, your coach Brooke Walker is currently my favorite IFBB women's physique athlete. Love her so much, and I cherish the fact that you get to work with her. So, Brooke is your coach?
Not anymore, no.
No, not anymore. Oh, yeah. So y'all just kind of separate ways. When did y'all two? How did you two meet?
Ultimately, when I was deciding out to a couple people that I had followed on Instagram, and she was one of them. She got back with me, and I just pursued to choose that route with her. She literally transformed me into, clearly you guys saw the athlete that stepped on stage at that Omaha Pro show. I mean, she's a phenomenal coach. I just chose a different coach. Sometimes in this world, I have no hard feelings. I mean, she dots her eyes. You know, awesome woman, awesome. She has the potential to win the overall this year. She's just awesome.
Yeah, because I feel like she does have the potential because she has a great look to her, great physique. I think she has the aesthetics. I think a lot more pleasing if they want to see in women's physique, because the division is kind of going towards closer to that like women's bodybuilding. It's like anything. It's about progressive athletes, and you understand that as being that you were an athlete yourself, competing in high school and college, and you really grow and develop over time. But we do have that video that I saw, which she was with Brooke. I'm going to post it here. I'm going to show y'all folks. You want to check it out. It's a nice little video. It won't be too long to it because you don't want to take it up too much of the interview. So here. I'll put it here. And there you go. And here it is. And you and Brooke.
Yep. And we're hitting legs today. She is 3 weeks out from the Omaha Pro and the NPC Dual Champions here in, well, not here, 3 weeks in Omaha, Nebraska. And, I'm all about manifesting things. I'm speaking it into existence. She's super humble. She's not going to say it herself, but I'm going to say it. This girl is going to bring it. And I have very high expectations of her. And I'm going to anticipate that she's going to win the whole show.
Well, that's only what I can hope. But it's been a real pleasure getting to know Brooke and work with Brooke. First time in Conway forever. Awesome gym here at 365 Fitness. I'm just ready. I'm hungry. We're going to bring it for sure.
Yeah, she is hungry. She did get some Pop-Tarts today, but I think it's really important to kind of take note on at this point, 3 weeks out, my goal is not to gas her out and kill her. We're not going to build a tremendous amount of muscle in 3 weeks time frame. So we're just going to make sure that we're touching on all the bases, right? Getting some adequate amount of blood flow to the muscle that we're training, which is legs, like I said. Push yourself, obviously, but I'm not trying to kill her or hurt her at this point, right? She's going to bring it, and I'm excited. She doesn't feel all that great right now, 3 weeks out. Like I said, most people, whenever you're this close to a show, you're probably not feeling the best, but chances are you're probably looking incredible. And
that's really good. Where she really gave you a lot of praise, and that's great to have support. Someone like as a top level athlete like Brooke, and that was leg day. So how'd you feel afterwards?
I had a 7-hour car ride home after that leg day, so it was a bit rough for me. Yeah.
It's like that, I know this is like there was you remember Chappelle's show? I think you were too young to watch it, but I think at least. And there's a part where there's a skit where they talk about Rick James and how the Eddie Murphy and Charlie Murphy beat up his legs. So it felt like you feel like Rick James like, "What's my name?" Charlie Murphy crawling out of your car, getting to your house, huh?
Yeah. It was a car ride home for me for sure.
Yeah, and I know she lives in Arkansas, and you live in Kansas City.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So in Missouri, and that's a good drive. 7 hours there and 7 hours back, and you went there with good fresh set of legs, and then come back with legs that were broken like twigs.
Yeah.
Well, but you know what? You're a strong young lady. You can make it. Oh, got my man KL the Wanderer. He says, hey, what's up? Yeah, hey, what's up, KL? I also got here. JW says Brooke is such a sweet, lovely personality. Yeah. So, as a competitor, you made your debut, and that was at the Omaha show. That was last year. Was it? What was it? This year?
My first show was Omaha Pro, June 3rd this year. My debut was at Chattanooga, Tennessee, the Junior Nationals.
Okay. And you competed in nationals, and you took third in, I think it was the B class, or was it quick?
It was a B class, but they went off height, and unfortunately, I'm not very tall, and the cutoff to this height was 5'6". 5'3".
Oh, you're 5'3", because you took second to a lady like you interviewed a while back. That is Kylie Hefferman, and and she's a great young lady, and hope she does well in the future also. And what was that feeling when the first time you compete on stage. At first, you got on the stage in this little posing suit, and you're in front of all these people. What was that feeling in your mind?
Well, honestly, I was so nervous. I'm not the type of person that likes to, take off their shirt, show their muscles. I'm that type of person. So leading up to, walking on that stage, I was pretty nervous. I had nerves going, but I can tell you, as soon as my foot hit that stage, it went out the window and like came to state like it came like second nature to me, honestly. I mean, I just had a blast up there with the women up there. It felt incredible to finally show what I had been putting my body through the last 20 weeks, because ultimately me and Brooke did start January 1st for that show in June, the Omaha show in June. So it was a 20-week prep for me. And the fact that I got up on stage and I was in a bikini, something that I don't wear, it was just something that I was grateful to be able to do, honestly. And the fact that it may only be 3 minutes or 4 minutes that you're up there all together, it's a feeling that I can't describe.
Yeah, and I think this is one thing. Everybody can't do what you ladies do, and what your competitors do. To go up there, I mean, it's tough work, And one thing people need to understand about bodybuilding, especially, a lot of people's mindset of this is about, oh, I take this and I take that, lift these weights, lift that, but you have to be consistent. You have to find a diet, a plan, whatever your coach sets for you. You have to, follow those guidelines, and it's just not. It's just like everybody thinks that okay, I can pop a magic pill and hit the stage. No, there's a lot of work going into this and the process. Uh, when you're in your last show at the junior nationals, what did they tell you need to? Because sometimes a lot of the competitors would get a critique from the judges. What did the judges, other than the fact that you were too short for that class, what did the feedback you get from the judges?
Well, they didn't come back with that I was too short. The starting for that class was 5'6", right? Back with a little bit wider back and more mass on the legs. So exactly what I've been doing. Killing myself with the back.
Mm-hmm. So just needed more mass in the legs. You know what I'm saying? Well, we have a little problem. We have difficulty. I don't know if it's on my end or her end, but I'm sick of here, but pretty well. We got here from a man, Red32. He says, we'll post it up here. All right. Damn, her arms look great. Can we get some flexing? Well, that's up to her. She just finished a long day of work. It's up to her. She wants to do it. If you feel comfortable do it, you don't have to. That's what that's how I feel.
What do you want?
Well, depending on what you feel like. I think he wants particularly because he likes your arms. He wants to see the guns. There you go. There you go. Your schmoes. She got you. You got a flex. Okay. Are you happy? Yeah. Okay. All right. Folks. Like I said again, if you want to follow Hannah, her social media is in the description. Follow her on her platforms. She also is on YouTube. She's on, and it's great that she's on YouTube because it's good to talk about YouTube. And here's guys, this is my rule, guys, and this is no fish to you, Hannah. No D pics. Stop it. Get some help. Women don't like that. No, this is a young lady. She's competitive. She likes people talk to her, but guys, don't do that stuff. I know you get excited when you see ladies on the stage. You give her a tickle, but stop it. Stop it. Okay? I'm going to embarrass her right now. I'm sorry, young lady. I didn't embarrass you. This is my man, KL the one. He says, all the shy girls say that being in the front of the stage, being nervous is those few minutes. Yeah, and that is, because you're getting critiqued by these judges. They're looking at you up and down, trying to see if you have all the aesthetics and what's what works for you. Now you competed in bodybuilding, but now you switch over to physique. What is that?
So the Omaha show, I won overall in both, but we had the plan of going international, just focusing on women's physique.
Mhm.
Ultimately, I want to stay perfect my physique. I don't, but
I think I missed you. I don't know what's going on. I might have some technical difficulties. Either it's on my end or your end, but I don't know. But you said that they wanted to go. We're going to go this direction. You say with physique, but you said you wanted to go. Which way she said she wanted you to go again?
we had the intent. We had the going with physique. I want to stay.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that's pretty cool. But what's your thoughts of how the divisions are evolving? Is I've been following bodybuilding for a long time, and physique's still a relatively kind of still a new division compared to some of the others like men's bodybuilding, women's bodybuilding. You see that there's starting to be kind of a blurred line between the two divisions. As a competitor, do you think there's should be like a set standard between women's bodybuilding and physique?
Compared to bodybuilding, what the difference is. That grainy hard look is what's going to definitely separate physique from bodybuilding. Bodybuilding, you're coming hard, you're coming thick, you're coming grainy, more vascularity, I believe, as in bodybuilding too. With the physique side of things, ultimately, you still have that feminine aspect of it. Like, you still see the certain poses. I'm not here discrediting bodybuilding by any means because maybe one day I will end up.
Mhm.
But
Mhm. Well, I get something from one of my followers here. This is my man KL1. He says, "Does she has headphones? Maybe you could help because you're going in and out. Do you have headphones? You don't have headphones? Bloody hell! Yeah, yeah. It's either something, either
is this better?
it might. If it seems like it might be something with the I think so. It's a lot better. But yeah, But yeah. I think there is that difference where with physique is supposed to be more about conditioning compared to when bodybuilding was a little bit more about size. As you like, people try to compare people like Andrea Shaw to Natalie Cuejo. There's a big difference between those two. Andrea has good balance, and so does Natalie. But one thing is the size and condition separates them.
Yep.
And I think this is where there's talk about is if you hadn't heard that they're going to change after the Lithia for men's physique, they're going to change requirements for that division, but it's talk that will it affect the divisions like women's bodybuilding and physique.
The weight, I believe. I think it was weight cutoffs. I know men, they have changed the weight requirements depending on what. I'm not sure. I know weight is a factor. That's all I know. I haven't really caught up on most of that. I've been deep into prep for a bit, so I don't really get on a lot of sites where I find out that information. I've just been working, honestly.
Yeah, just working and focus on you, and I understand that. That's you should do because you know what, you have to be the one that had to do what you got to do and go on the stage, and no one else is. You have your coaches, you have your judge, you have your family that supports you, and but it's all on you. We got here. This is for my brother. This is for my bro here. This is my man. XA Gucci 23. Hey George Page. Hey XA man. He is on social media. He's that's my homeboy. That's my brother. He just got a new apartment. Shout out to XA. Hope everything's going well with you. Appreciate you, brother. Also, this is from JW says, what is Hannah's opinion on who will win the Miss Olympia in the women's physique division, if I may ask her? Well, she might be a little biased because she likes Brooke. Brooke worked with her. She was a coach. She might be a little bit biased, but we'll ask her. So, without being biased, who you think has a chance? You think Sarah's gonna get the title back, or you think the tide's gonna hold, or your old coach will come in and take it?
I think my old coach is coming in and taking it, regardless of me working with her or not. She's on. When I was working with her, she looked phenomenal, and she had just started week 1 of her prep, and she has a really good coach now, and I think she's going to bring a package that nobody has ever seen on stage before. So I think it's going to be a little bit different this year around.
Yeah, that's good. That's good that you still have good rapport with her, and I think if she brings in a good package, she's a good chance because you know what, to me, I think his title's up for grabs this year. I mean, Sarah Vilgas is pretty impressive. Not a big fan. Natalia, she was doing like 13, 15 shows last year. But I think if Brooke comes in and bring in the she has that aesthetic look to her, and it does helps. It's advantage because that's what the judges are looking for.
And I want something. It's not only just the looks that you can bring up on that stage or the total package. It's also the posing that goes into it. And Brooke's posing is by far the best, the most fluent, the most, it's just elegant up there with her. And so that's why I also think she is going to turn a lot of heads this year at the Olympia for sure.
Well, like I said, that's it's good that you in confidence in her, and I think she will love that. Hear from you. We got a man here, JW, saying, "Love Natalia and Brooke, both are my favorites." Shout out to DJ. Now, this is the thing that a lot of people need to understand about bodybuilding. It's not a very lucrative sport, especially as an amateur. And when you get to the sport, and you got to understand the cost of it, because other than just the food, diet, paying your coach, this, that, also the cost of you got to get the suits, you got to get, you got to have to be, nowadays used to be, well, I used to remember, the women used to wear like one suit, nothing fancy, but now you get the sparkly suits, you got to have your jewelry, your hair and makeup done, you got your tanning, when you got into this and you understand that you had to put a lot of money, and what was that, your thoughts? You feel like, what, I just,
after winning that first show, I was like, I don't care. But as I started doing shows back to back, I was like, oh, wow. It adds up a lot. When I first bought that suit that I wore on stage, it about broke me in half with how much it costed. I was just flabbergasted, honestly. But if it's something that I can put into the sport and it's worth it to me and I can afford it at the end of the day, then I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what people got in mind that, and folks, that's the thing that people keep forgetting, that it's a lot more expensive for ladies compared to the men. The guys got to put on a banana hammock and a pair of board shorts. These ladies got to put in a lot of money into getting into the sport. And this is why, if you are someone out here who is a fan of women like Hannah, who want to see their grow and develop as a competitor, reach out and as genuine interest and say to him, like, Miss Steeby, I'd like to help support you if you need anything from me. And that's why I tell people to, reach out to Genesis like competitors. They can use any kind of help. But here's the
Nope.
Yes, all right. Here's the thing, guys. Don't be that guy sounding like, Hannah, you're a cute little girl. I like you. You're kind of like, you're doing this like, you kind of fight me. If I do something for you, you do something for me. No, stop it, guys. Stop it. Don't do that. So, you said you're prepping, and I saw a video she posted. And she was talking about the difficulties. People got to understand, like, this prepping as a bodybuilder. It's mentally and physically exhausting. And most people need to understand that when you get to the sport. There's a lot of aspects that people don't know, but you need to learn. We're going to pull up this video she posted, and this is on her IG. She posted that, I think, a couple of days ago. And this is really something that really tells you that this young lady, she has a passion for a sport, where most other people would just say, you know what, fuck it.
What's up, guys? This is not a normal post for me to do by any means. Quite frankly, it's something that I have an issue with, and that's opening up and being vulnerable. I am currently 30 weeks into prep. Yeah, something like that. And mentally, I'm struggling a bit. I am suffering from some edema as well, and that's just because my cortisol levels are up and my body is under so much stress. With that being said, it also comes into my overall of how I'm feeling, and how I'm feeling is, quite frankly, to be shit. It sucks waking up and you're hoping that you feel better the next day, but honestly, it doesn't work like that. So yeah, working a full-time job also on top of prep and making sure that you are checking off all your boxes and hitting your nightly routines and all of that. It is a lot, and I'm to the point where I have looked in the mirror and I have said it's time to call it quits. It's not worth it. There are moments where like I get spurts of energy and overall positivity. But lately it's been a struggle. Your sleep goes to shit. That means recovery goes to shit. But at the end of the day, like, it's something that I chose to put myself through. I chose to pursue, and I have to keep that in mind. And I have a certain goal, clearly, that I want to achieve. And when I feel like I'm not achieving it, I ultimately break down on myself. I go into attack mode on myself. I listen to that bitch voice in my head. And that bitch voice has more power over anything that you would believe. Everybody has it. So yeah, my Instagram may be glamorous of me flexing and looking like I'm having a grand old time, but behind the scenes it's rough, especially doing it alone. Granted, I have a great support system. I have a family that supports it. I am blessed, but at the end of the day, I am alone. I choose to go to the gym alone. I prep alone. I do cardio alone. It's a lonely sport. It's a selfish sport, to be honest. And it's just rough. It's rough to show up for yourself every day, but I'm doing it. I'm doing the work. And it's something that's humbling, and it's something that grows me into a person that I never thought I would be. And it's the woman that ultimately I've always wanted to be. I'm becoming more self-loving of myself. I'm becoming more aware of things. And honestly, I'm just having more gratitude for myself, which is I've never had. So yeah, with that being said, I wanted to hop on here and let you guys know that whatever you are struggling with, mentally, physically, whatever it may be, or if you're not achieving your goals fast enough, or if you're not seeing progress fast enough, trust it. Trust the damn process. Do not cave into that bitch voice. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Just trust the process. Show up every day. Put in the work. Try to get your sleep. Drink your water. Take your vitamins. And eat healthy. And honestly, you'll watch it all fall into place. And at the end of the day, if you can tackle those things day in and day out, then you're winning. Do not be a loser and do not suffer into that bitch voice.
That is so really, people really need to understand what you competitors go through in your life. There is so much that people don't know about bodybuilding. And this is why, as a content maker, I try to, share this and that's why I reach out for interviews and let people know that if you have a passion for a sport, you gotta understand the time, sacrifice you put into it, the money you put into it. It can affect you physically, mentally, emotionally. And being someone like as young you are and competing is what you're doing now, I gotta respect you for that. And some people like say that you have support your family. Like, what's your family like? Your mom, your dad, how they felt when you say, what, I'm going to be a bodybuilder?
They're like, okay, like you that I've always put my mind to doing, I've always done it, and they remind me that day in and day out when I'm struggling, and they've never let me quit something ultimately. And I mean, they're just very supportive, and I'm very blessed to have them in my corner for sure.
That's good because you know what? I know I've talked to some ladies that they said when they started to get into sport, the big problem is that family wouldn't want them to do it because the fact, especially as you know, with bodybuilding, it does change aspects of femininity. There's always a debate of femininity. Some women get a little more muscle, you get a lot larger. I remember one woman, she said that, she said she was afraid that her dad said, I don't want my daughter to be my son. But you know what? You're an athlete and you have a passion for a sport. And if you have that support from your family, your mom and your dad and the rest of your family, that's good. A lot of people don't have that, but as long as you got that, that's great. Now, what we also talk about is like the people who have issues with you competitors. So like especially, a good amount of people, as we call them, the haters, and they just make comments and stuff like that. And you're the type of person, you say, you know what, like my man Brady Mac says, fuck them. Right?
Yeah, I'm that type of way. I don't give two shits what you have to say about me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so you should be, because you know what? You gotta live for you. No one else can live for you. And that's why I said you do what you do and you do this for yourself. And that's important. We'll get this for a man, KL the Wander, he says this, he says, is Brooke Walker the Andrea Shaw of physique? No, Brooke Walker is Brooke Walker. Andrea Shaw is Andrea Shaw. That's the big difference, man. They both, like, and this is from my man KL. He says this. He says, KL says the Wonder, also both Andrea and Brooke are in some areas aesthetically pleasing, but yet also he says this, she's a great poser and a beautiful top of that. So is Andrea and Brooke Walker both have those traits, and that's the trait is. And a man KL wants to give you a shout to do. He says this. He says, Hannah got the eye of the tiger. I'm a big Rocky fan. One of my favorite movies, except for the Creed movie, I didn't watch it that much. I did like the Rocky movies. And my favorite is I didn't watch it that much, but I do like that part where in Rocky Balboa, we talk to his son. It says like, it doesn't matter how hard you get hit; it's about how you can take the hits and keep moving forward. And sometimes I know there's days when you get up in the morning, especially, you got to go to work and you got to go to the gym. And those days we say, you know what, I just want to lay in my bed and go to sleep all day.
Yeah. Yeah. Those days.
We're doing pretty good. You mind you move your camera up again? What happened? Because we were doing pretty good. Fix the camera, your phone.
I said, yeah, as soon as you get closer to show dates, those days where you want to stay in bed are come a lot more frequently, for sure.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and that's the tough part about that, because people don't understand that there's a lot of work you got to go into this. And who's your coach? Who are you working with now?
I am working with Justin Kelly. He is out of St. Louis, Missouri.
Mm-hmm, so he's a little closer. And what is he? You feel like you two meld really well as coach and client?
He is actually doing this show with me in Vegas, USA's. He is trying to earn his pro card as well. I met him. I've known him for a bit through social media. We did the Omaha Pro together, and we also did the Junior Nationals together in Tennessee. And some things happened in Tennessee that didn't go my way, and I had reached out to Justin, and we kind of kicked it from there. And I mean, he's just an overall smart. I mean, he is dedicated to helping others day in and day out. And not only is he doing that, putting time in with his full-time job with his other athletes, he's also in prep. So I mean, we mold very well together, and I'm blessed to have him in my corner.
Mm-hmm. That's good that you have that support for him. Now, what's the thing that as you said again, the big part with your issues was for your last show was your legs. What's your favorite exercise and least favorite exercise?
For legs?
Well, overall.
My least favorite exercise is probably glute bridge raises with a barbell. And my favorite exercise is going to have to be the hack squat for sure.
Yeah. Well, I can't do that because I got bad knees. I got bad knees like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I can't do that squatting. I got arthritis. We get to my age, sweetheart. Everything starts falling apart. But it's good that you got that advantage of youth. And it's good that you're working on. And what's your diet like? How because one thing part factor of our people need to understand about bodybuilding is diet is an important part of it. You just can't eat any old thing. High protein, low protein. What's your day diet?
Honestly, Justin has a master's in nutrition, so he's very to the T, very thorough with his diet. So tomorrow ends my 4-week diet, and ultimately it's been chicken, jasmine rice, 100 grams of broccoli, a little bit of sweet potatoes here and there, and some dry oats. But as I hit Monday, some things change, and I'm probably only going to be consuming around 1,400 calories, maybe. Right now, I'm sitting at about a little less than 2,000 a day. On my off days where I don't train, I don't take in any carbs. So that's kind of hard. But yeah, I mean, his diet plan has worked for me very well. Yeah, it has.
And he said the C word, carbs. I know, those carbs. You'd be like, these days, you like, man, you be like you act like a crackhead. Said, please, son, gotta have one cookie, gotta have, what's your favorite thing to eat? Like, especially after your last show, after the Junior Nationals, what did you get to taste? What did you hit your lips? What you have?
Well, I had 2 days of enjoying some food before I got back into prep. But after the show, we went and got some cheeseburgers and some fries and some milkshakes and some cookies. But honestly, that cheeseburger was by far the best thing in the world. Swear to God. It tasted so good. It had an egg on it. It had some hash browns on it. It just hit the spot.
Okay. Oh, that's good. I don't eat eggs, but I like hash browns. And I gotta be careful because I'm a jolly old elf here. I used to be a lot heavier because for a good while, because like I said, that's why I have respect for you nurses, because I used to be a caretaker for my mother, and and she had a CNA, but also I had to do a lot of the other stuff. But to really, it's hard part to not eat certain things. Like I know when you're younger, you was like what was your favorite thing before you got to the sport? What was your favorite meal at the end of the day?
Pasta.
Pasta? Yeah, like spaghetti and everything. And yeah, that's the thing that people need to understand, that there's some good things about food can be as a tool as much as anything when you're competing. And like it doesn't have to be something that you like, but it's something that you need to develop yourself and to grow as a competitor.
Yep.
So if you could, and you had, like your coach says, you have one cheat meal, what would you want to have?
That is such a hard question, and it's something I don't think about, because if I think about it, it sucks. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I'd probably go the Mexican route. I would want chips and salsa, a burrito, all of it. So yeah.
That's good. La cucaracha. Yeah. So anyway, as we know, this sport, as I said again, is not very lucrative as a competitor. If you are lucky, especially getting your pro card, there's still a lot of cost to it, as we were saying earlier. And as you have a job where you have benefits and stuff, things like, you have life insurance like that. But as in the amateur levels, there's not much, because everything's on your pocket, it's on you. And same thing when you hit the pro level. But would you think, as a competitor, you think there'd be more benefits when you hit that next level as a pro, or you feel like, what, it just is what it is?
No, I think there should be. I mean, there should be more revenue. These shows make tons of money off of the athletes. I mean, not only that, but spectators have to pay to get in to watch the shows. The athletes have to pay to get into the classes. And if you're doing more than one class, you're paying for the other class as well. Overall, these shows make a ton of revenue. Now, granted, the amateur shows, I don't think that they should give out money by any means. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're a pro and you're making top 5, then I do believe that you should, earn it back in a way. And I know that at amateur shows, they give the first place, goodie bags or whatever it may be. And, that's nice, of course. But I do think that there should be more revenue towards the athletes that are pros. Yes.
Yeah, because one thing is, this is why my mindset of it. We as the fans come to see y'all. We don't come see whoever's the judge, whoever's the commentator, whoever's this or that. We don't see the promoters. We come to see you. And I think there should be. I think some shows do like this. They will give back the interest fee when you win, and that some shows would do that. Especially in the amateur level, especially you're going to do nationals.
Yeah.
Others, it's just about, it's you amateurs that really pretty much pay for some of the amateur shows, for the pro shows, because you'll have like 10 divisions, and you're gonna have like hundreds of people, and like what is your cost of depending on how many divisions you're gonna do, you might do 1 or 2, because especially amateurs I might do physique, or I might do figure, I might do bodybuilding, I might do wellness. It's all whichever fits for you. But I think it should be like, if not anything for financially, just something like benefits of being an amateur, maybe a little help here and there, because you know what, that can help relieve some of the financial stresses which y'all go through, and that can, if you leave and you take some financial stress off your shoulder, that helps whichever sense your mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got here. This is from a man, Red 32. He says this: what do you think about women being forced to wear bikinis and makeup for their shows? It's your mindset is like, that's more, the purpose of being a bodybuilder. But what you think? Would you want to always wear bikini and makeup and get dolled up?
Well, of course not, because that's not who I am, but it's part of it. I remember the first show I did, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to look so bad with makeup, because I don't normally put a pound of makeup on my face every day. But it's part of it. And, when you're doing it, when you're getting your tan, when you're getting your makeup done, when you're putting on that stage suit, it like gets you hyped up. It's part of it. It's, that adrenaline factor, and it's just everything coming together to make that final look that you've worked so hard for.
Yeah, it should be. We'll go back in her social media real quick. We saw some pictures of her. She, like I said, she's an impressive young lady. Here is, from her. You used to play softball. What was your position when you used to play softball?
Shortstop.
Oh yeah. And what was your team again?
I went to Emporia State.
Yeah, and where's that? In Missouri also?
No, that's in Kansas.
Oh, Kansas, yeah. And we have some early pictures here, and who's that in the roller shirt?
That's my dad.
And he should be proud of his little girl. She's coming away and went to college. And this is here you got flex, guys. You got to flex this. So I hope it makes you happy. Yeah. And also we're gonna go back up in here, and you start to evolve a little bit over time. That's the thing about the sport, is you growing and develop as an athlete. And these are some of your friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did it feel when you decided to jump into the sport?
So they're supportive. Yeah, they're very supportive of it. I mean, I don't care that my friends don't do this sport by any means. I don't expect people to understand that why I'm doing what I'm doing. But there are moments where, people want to go out, they want to have a good time, and unfortunately I can't do that, and sometimes it sets.
Yeah, no, I understand. I have somebody talk about that too. And here you took some pictures with Sean Nelson. I interviewed Sean a while back, great guy. And what was that like, taking these photos with Sean?
Oh, he's an awesome dude. I had a blast. I honestly was not nervous at all with him. great guy. Awesome work, clearly. But yeah, it was a good time with him.
Yeah, because he lives in Vegas, and I know he's supposed to be doing some work, and he might be, I don't know, he might be there for the Nationals, for the USA's this year, because because he lives in Vegas. I remember he was talking about, and this is from the pictures from when she competed at the Junior Nationals, and it was very impressive. Look at and really, like I said, the thing was they said that you need to bring your legs a little more, but everything looks pretty much complete.
They said my conditioning was spot on, that they want me to keep my conditioning the same, that I just needed a bit wider back and some more mass on my legs.
Yeah, and that's it. The back can make or break how you place, because because it's one of those body parts you can't really see as well. And I know some ladies that like, good example, Teresa Invasic. If you know of her, she has a great back. I think overall she still needs some stuff to work with, but she has a great back. I see some other ladies with some great features like back, quads, legs, thighs, everything else. They have those muscle bellies. This is you and your coach Brooke together, and a little clip here, and that's when you won at Omaha, and that's good. Yeah. And this is here we go. And you're on stage. You ate a donut.
Cookie.
Oh, it's a cookie? It looks like a donut about. Yeah.
Big cookie.
Yeah, it's a big cookie. Yeah, I know it tastes good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's some pictures here. And this is that you have a sponsor that's something that sponsor you, or is that just something what you use?
Yeah, I am a first form athlete.
And that's good that you have sponsors, because I think the one part about this is hard for some ladies to get sponsors, especially in divisions like what I call not the teenage division. That's teenage divisions are, that's wellness and bikini, and I think it's a lot harder for the women. I think figure might get a little better because it's not as muscular, but still it has those levels. And with physique and women's bodybuilding, I think it's a lot harder for to get sponsorship. But it's good that you, like we see on here, you also, there's Gasp, which I got a friend. He's sponsored by Gasp. His name is Sean Stewart. Shout out to Sean. And and that's good that you have these sponsors like helping you out. The financial part about this sport is tough, and I keep talking about that. Now, as you were talking about earlier, how the thing about this sport is, I have had ladies who told me that they lost friends because you can't go out, especially you're a young lady. I won't be saying as a gentleman, how young are you?
I'm 25.
25. 25. Oh, God. So like 25 was a lifetime for me. But yeah, when you're young like that, you should enjoy your life. I mean, I'm like this. If I'm like, I'm probably about the same age as your dad. And I'm like, hey, sweetheart, I think you should enjoy your life. Do this. I mean, go out with your friends, party, have a good time, get wild, show your oats a little bit. But, you're committed. And I got to respect that about you. I know somebody told me that they have lost friends because of their decision to compete in bodybuilding. That, they can't go out, can't do this, you can't do that. I mean, it's a lot of sacrifice you got to make.
Yeah, it's a selfish sport for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a selfish sport. It's a one-man sport. It's like I said again, it takes your time, your money. It takes a lot of your emotions. Some there's days where I know I talked to some ladies who have become friends with. They told me some days that they just want to say just fuck it, just walk away and just live their life. But because they want to reach that goal, to hit to the next level. Yeah. And and to get on the stage like the big show, like the Olympia, that's what they want to do. This is from man JW. He says, "This is a good interview. I think it is. Will you think so yourself, young lady?"
Oh, of course, yes.
Thank you. I do appreciate you, and thank you. We appreciate you here. Also, we got here my man KL the Wonder. He says, "Bodybuilders are like monks, can't indulge too much in the outside world." So you're like Kwai Chang Caine. This is an old TV show before your time. Your father might remember it. Kwai Chang Caine. He was a Chinese monk. He walked the world barefooted. And he just didn't indulge too much. But yeah, that's the thing is, trying to enjoy those things in life. but you're committed to what you want to do. This is from a man. JW says, "What kind of cookie was that?"
The crumble cookie.
Yeah, crumble cookie. Yes, he says this. He says, "I love snickerdoodles cookies." And this is from man. KL says, "You a hypocrite, George. You asking her age. What is that stuff? You are saying, hey. I can be a hypocrite I want. Because you know why, KL? Because I'm a particular type of villain. And sometimes, particular type of villains like me, we love just anarchy and chaos. We just love these things, KL. I'm sorry. He comes out every now and then. I can't. I try to. I just love that Rose the Joker. I mean, he just took that and ran with it. Here's this is from Kit Kat. He says, for FBB application. No, there's no application. If you want to compete, if you're a female, you can compete. So we won't hold much too long because she's got off of work about a good bit, and I know she's tired. I see her yawning. Let's let them put the baby to sleep. Put the wee baby to sleep. Put the baby to bye, good night. So we won't hold too much longer because I do appreciate her time. And as we do this, as we learn about the sport of bodybuilding, again, it's tough and it's stress physically, emotionally, financially. As a competitor, what would you like to see change in your mindset in this sport?
I mean, honestly, George, I don't know. I've never thought about that. I mean, maybe the costing of them for sure. That would be nice. I don't know. I mean, when I enter a show or when I'm prepping for a show, I don't think of anything else other than getting my shit done and getting through that prep. I don't. So my head is down and my head is focused at this point.
So you just keep moving forward, and keep pushing. And I know, I got to respect you for that, especially someone so young, because you know what? There's so much opportunity in these worlds for young people like yourself, but you're competing in a sport, which is, like I said, again, it's not a very popular sport. I used to remember when I was coming up, you should watch bodybuilding on television, like network television used to have it. Sports networks like ESPN and Fox Sports used to have it, but now you can barely find it. They pushed it out. You can go to ESPN, you can find people playing cornhole now and poker, but it's not a popular sport. But if you could tell somebody, in your mindset, who said, you know what, I want to do what you want to do, what would you say to them?
I would tell them to go for it, but be prepared to do it alone. I mean, don't be surprised when you start losing people left and right and when it starts taking control of your life, because if you're in it, then you need to do everything, like you said earlier, consistent. So I can't have a day where I'm like, oh, F this, I'm not going to follow my plan, or F this, I'm not going to the gym, because you skip that day, you skip the next day, and then you're just off the wagon. So be prepared to do it alone is what I would tell them, for one, and that anything that you want to achieve, you'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Especially, this is a sport where, legendary bodybuilder said this, Roddy Coleman, everybody wants to be a bodybuilder, but no one wants to kick his heavy ass weight. And, if you can't follow, it's again, the consistency of this sport. You can't follow your diet. You can't follow, the plan set by your coach. You can't follow, your routine when you go work out, when you do your cardio, what you're going to lift. If you can't follow that, don't get to the sport. If you're afraid about losing friends and maybe get ostracized by your family, don't get into it. Do what you like to do. But if you have a passion for this sport and you understand the aspects of it, then go for it. I mean, I respect you as not just as a young lady who has a great future in the sport. I think I see you possibly getting, because you're going to say you're doing the USA's in that's coming up in 3 weeks.
Yep.
3 weeks. Good luck to you, because I know I got a dear friend of mine. She competed that show. A couple of ladies I know who competed that show. They earned their pro cards. They did pretty good.
Thank you.
I mean, no. This is a quote. You don't have to thank me because you know what? This is what I say to anybody who says thank me. This is from my favorite scene from Batman Begins at the end where Jim Gordon says to Batman, says, I forgot to thank you. And he says to him, you never have to, because you know what? I appreciate you as who you are. And you don't owe me anything because I respect what you ladies do. That's why I do this content. That's why I talk about you ladies. Because the fact is, no one gives y'all a spotlight. Everybody's gonna pay attention to the men.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna pay attention to the more aesthetically pleasing side of bodybuilding. That is, divisions like bikini, wellness, maybe figure. But you ladies who compete in this level, it's tough for you. And I know one thing you didn't want to do is put on those clean heels.
Yeah.
I think your dad said last thing you want, because one of my jobs, young lady, I used to work in a strip club. I used to see clean heels, and I know it's tough to walk in those things, and they're high, but it's good that you found something that works for you, and that's why I respect it like that. This from man Kitty Cat. He said like this. He says, "Sorry, I meant appreciation." So he say appreciation. He's in his application. This from man KL the Wander. He says, "She wasn't laughing at your Joker, George. Well." She wasn't laughing. She's laughing the inside, not the outside, KL. So, okay, he's a hater. He's a hater. He does content too, but he's a hater. He hates on me. You can hate KL more. As I mentioned, Charlie Murphy, And also, my KL says, good luck to you, Hannah. He says, wish you all the best. He says, he calls me this, George, a.k.a. Commissioner Gordon. Yeah, I'll be Commissioner Gordon. I'll be Batman, but I'll be Commissioner Gordon. But, yeah. So, like I said again, we do appreciate for Hannah's time. We hope for the best 3 weeks. I mean, the USA's is a good show. It's always in Vegas. Did your parents gonna come with you, or or they say they're gonna come, or it just be you and your trainer? Because I know he said he's gonna be competing there to get his pro card too, right?
It's me and my coach going. Yep.
Yeah. And I know they would probably be so proud we come back and say, baby, we're so happy. Are you the youngest in your family? How is the
I'm an only child.
Oh, only child? Oh, you have to worry about that. I'm the youngest out of 9. So my parents were together for 55 years, but my mother and us was living down here in North Carolina. My daddy lived in New Jersey. But it's good that you have your mom and your dad, you have family and friends to support you. It's good that a lot of people, like I said, they don't have that. So, like I said, sometimes when they get in sport, they lose friends, even they lose family because they're doing a sport which is not considered very healthy, very typical sport. Because I think your parents probably rather you play softball in the Olympics if they could, but they dropped the softball Olympics a long time ago. But like I said again, I would like to wish you all the best.
Thank you.
In what you do. And I hope you do get yourself into the pro card. We can use more young up-and-comers like you. It keeps bodybuilding going. And we get fresh blood coming here, especially somebody so young as yourself. This is from a man from Kitty Cat. He says this. He says, I would wish Hannah luck, but luck don't win nothing. You know the job at hand. Work hard, diet hard, and be the best you can be. Thank you. That's that's inspiration. Or like my man Rocky said like this, keep moving forward. So anybody you want to get a shout to before we let you go?
I just want to give a shout out to you, George, for reaching out to me. Honestly, this is the first interview I've ever done, and it's just awesome getting to meet new people throughout this community. And I think that's the most grateful thing I am about this sport. Is because it's opened so many doors. I've met so many new people in a matter of months. Literally in a matter of months, I have probably met over more than 300 people that I now share a common goal with, that I have followed on social media. I mean, it's just awesome what this sport does. And it's not only about, we work out and then we show it off. It's not just about that. I mean, we're all coming together we have one common goal, and that's to be the best self of ourselves, and it's just awesome. And special shout out to my coach, Justin, and his girlfriend, Liz. They have helped me more than I can count on both hands to be exact. They're just awesome people. I've been through a rough couple weeks, and I mean, they're just people that, you know, God knew I needed in a sense. And I'm just thankful for them. And of course, my family, not least but not least, but my family. Um, they're awesome. I mean, I come home every day and they know like whether I'm in a mood to talk or not to talk. And I mean, they're just rolling with it because honestly, you know, this is the first prep I did. I didn't know what to expect, like what to feel, like how it was going to make me feel. And they didn't either. And I can tell I'm starting to evolve and, you know, they are too. And I just appreciate their patience with me, honestly, at the end of the day. And special shout out to all my work friends that help me get through the day and just remember that it's almost over. They have a little countdown up on the board and it says like road to pro. And it's cool that I have so much people around me that support me and see the potential that sometimes I don't see in myself. So it's nice.
Well, that's good because I know you're doing an interview with that's my man David Bryant over the Female Bodybuilding Forum. If you want, that's tomorrow. So anybody interested, you can go over to Dave's Female Bodybuilding Forum. Dave's a great guy. He's a big fan of bodybuilding. You know, we did together, me and him. We were part of the Female Body Channel's commentary. We commentated for the Vancouver Island show. He's a great guy. You know, me and him talk every now and then on social media. Folks, like I said again, if you're interested, and this is why I say like this: there's people out there. And you're a fan of these ladies, you're a fan of these competitors, be it men, be it women. And if you're interested in supporting someone like Hannah, you know, reach out to them and be genuinely interested. Don't be that weird guy saying, Hannah, you're a cute little girl. You know, you get that. No, stop it. Be like this. Mrs. Steeby, I would like to offer my help and assistance if you need from me. Whatever, I am happy to help you as an athlete grow. I want to see nothing more than see you grow and to develop into your next level. That's what we want to see. We don't want to be that weird guy who gets, you know, hey, gets excited. We see him in a little suit. We see a picture of his pickle. And this is why I tell you guys out there. I keep telling you, no feed pics. Stop it. Stop it. She didn't want to see that. She don't. Think about that. Be smart. But if you're interested, and genuinely interested in Hannah, and see how she grows and how she develops her path, her social media stuff in the description. Show genuine interest for an athlete. You know, if you're in her area, you see her because you know bodybuilding is a small community, but there's a lot of people involved in it. See her, say, hey, hey, she might be getting gas. Hey, pay for it. She, you know, because she's traveling back and forth. She might be at a restaurant. Hey, comp her. Say, hey, I got her. Those little things help out. It shows that she gets support and also helps out in the pocket too.
Yeah.
But, you know, any little thing to help these ladies out here in the sport of bodybuilding, please show appreciation to them. We got this from a man, Reb32. He says, great interview and thanks for the flex earlier. You know, happy y'all like your flexes. And also, this is from a man, Kitty Cat. It's crazy spot, but you got this Hannah. And this is for a man, KL the Wonder. He says, the V-Pick speech always there. Yes. Because you know what? I've been confronting some of these ladies and tell me they get guys some crazy shit. And, you know, and they don't want, and I know she gets it. And, you know, no one wants to see that. And this is the thing is like people out there, you don't like these ladies. If you do like them, be respectful. Say something like, I see a little thing where like a speech from Arnold Schwarzenegger. She liked it. You know, little stuff like that. Something to boost their confidence. But don't send weird shit because you think you like it. Doesn't mean they're going to like it. You know, it's better like this. You get more honey, which you get more flies with honey than with vinegar. It's better to use a silk glove than an iron fist. Okay, so like I said, so we're gonna let her go to sleep. You know, she's tired. Gotta let the little baby go to sleep. You know, get the out of here, baby. I was picking on you, but you know. Also, there's a man from Kitty Cat. She said, FBBs are people too, and yes, they are people, and you got to recognize that. Respect them as any person that deserves to be respected. These are athletes. These are women. These are people who they risk a lot to do what they do. And I think, as I said again, this is why I wish I could do more, but I have this platform, and that's why I reach out to someone like her because I know she's young, she's up and coming, she really has a future. So we wish her all the best for that. So, and my man KL says, he says, I could send us some artwork. Well, make sure it's tasteful, but something that helps build confidence. But folks, we do like to appreciate Hannah's time. We let her go to rest. She's got it for work. It's tough. I mean, I know how to use. I used to hold 2 jobs, sweetheart. I know it's tough. There's days where you just want to flop on your bed, but you took time to sit here and talk with me. I do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, like I said again, you never have to.
Oh, I'm thanking you, so take it.
I'll take it. I ain't gonna argue with you. Like a gentleman, I ain't gonna fight with no lady. So I'm a Southern gentleman, so I'll be respectful, ma'am. So I ain't gonna fight with you. I'll take you. Thank you. So I don't want you to feel beholden to me, but I thank you anyway. But anyway, folks, if you want to follow Hannah, her social media stuff in the description. Reach out to if you're someone who's interested in sponsoring her. Come on. Hey guys, you go throw money and this and that. You can throw a little change doesn't hurt. It helps a long way. So, like I said, I think my man KO, the Wanderer. I like to thank Kitty Cat. I think my man Rep 23. I'd also like to thank my man J Warrior 1000. And also I thank you out there who will watch this video. Comment, share, subscribe. Follow me on my social media platforms. Follow Hannah on her social media. She's on YouTube. Let's get her to do some YouTube videos. Let's get her monetized. Let's get her $1,000. Let's make her a particular type of criminal. I'm sorry he had to come out. But like I said, I'd like to thank you all for coming through. I'd like to thank Hannah for coming through. I hope her best of luck. Let's wish her this. This is for my man. He says this. Thank you. Thanks, Hannah, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyway, folks, this is man on George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Body Talk. Don't like, subscribe. We're out. Have a great evening and see you later.